Good morning. Welcome to TipRanks News Bites. I'm Ari Gutman. It is Tuesday, August 9th, and as for today, we have a special News Bites edition for all of you as we analyze why investors are treading so cautiously just prior to the Consumer Price Index report that's due to be released tomorrow. Now, following, I immediately want to dive into two massive TipRanks breaking insider news insights from Warren Buffett's recent $390 million purchase to Exxon Mobil seeing very favorable insider activity. So with that said, be sure to watch today's segment through and through. I can assure you, you will not want to miss out. Following the kickoff into this week, a week loaded with fresh yet crucial economic data, investor ambivalence has become very noticeable. Yesterday's trading session initially began with all three indexes on the rise before retreating back to neutral territories by noon and then slight losses across composites by the end of the day, following a much stronger than anticipated labor market. Whereas the United States economy added 528,000 jobs in July, it is now expected that the Federal Reserve is going to bake in another 75 basis point rate hike in September. However, the Federal Reserve's next chess move is largely dependent on the Consumer Price Index report that will be released tomorrow. While expected to depict inflation lower at 8.7%, the reading could, as it has before, surprise us all. Therefore, it's likely that we're going to see another day worth of lower trading volumes until investors have digested the CPI reading, and of course it's made clear just how the Federal Reserve will react. Now, while many investors may be slower to invest until that Consumer Price Index report is released, that is certainly not the case for the Oracle of Omaha himself, Mr. Warren Buffett. And if there's one energy stock that Berkshire Hathaway just cannot stop buying, it's Occidental Petroleum. Painting the larger picture for Buffett's purchases, if oil and gas prices remain elevated for the foreseeable future, which they very well may, Occidental Petroleum may see sizable increases in both its operating cash flow as well as its profits. Now, just yesterday, Berkshire Hathaway made another large-scale purchase buying just over $390 million worth of shares. That's all on top of the millions of dollars worth of shares that they've been scooping up in the last couple of months. Now, taking a deeper look into Occidental's metrics, we can see that the company has a market capitalization coming in at just over $55 billion, which has grown considerably over the past couple of years. Additionally, the company has a TipRanks Smart Score of a 10 with bullish blogger sentiment, favorability from retail investors, and just positive news sentiment across the board. Occidental is even making headway in more portfolios for investors on TipRanks, with a 5.9% increase in portfolios just within the last 30 days. All favorable signs, but the big question remains, where exactly do analysts foresee this stock share price going? And optimistically, they have a target share price coming in at $75.14 per share. Now, if you think you want to follow suit in Buffett's investment, before doing so, just make sure you jump right onto TipRanks to start to perform all your due diligence. From one energy investment to the next, the largest direct descendant of John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil, Exxon Mobil saw a massive informative buy from Jeffrey Ubben, who's a director and purchased just over $88 million worth of shares yesterday. Of course, Ubben's purchases indicate his very strong belief that this oil and gas giant is in fact undervalued. So I want to dive just a little bit deeper with some of our TipRanks tools to take a closer look. We can see that Exxon Mobil is in fact trading lower than it was months ago at a current share price of $88.95. That's compared to where it was just back in June, trading for right over $100 per share. And that's roughly an 11% change. Now, Exxon Mobil's PE ratio is coming in a little bit lower here at 9.7 with a lower beta as well at 0.52. Now, what's more is in fact that analysts are rating the stock as a strong buy, coming in at a target share price of $108.22 per share. Now, on top of that, Exxon Mobil has a smart score of an 8, bullish blogger sentiment, and overall positive news sentiment. So once again, if this type of investment with Exxon Mobil is suitable for your personal portfolio, jump right onto TipRanks to begin all your due diligence prior to making any investment decisions. Tip Rankers, that's our news for today. I would certainly love to know if you've been investing or if you're planning on investing into any positions throughout the course of this week. If so, which stocks do you have in mind? Now also let me know if you have interest in Occidental Petroleum or Exxon Mobil, or even just your 2 cents. Drop all those comments down below. Now, of course, always stay up to date and stay connected with us right here on TipRanks TV. All the shows you just cannot afford to miss. And until next time, thank you for tuning in.